Hello everyone, my name is Albert Erdminger, and today in this video I will show you how to properly sharpen the serrations and the blade of a knife, using primarily this sharpening stone. With this technique you will be able to sharpen anything from a recreational self-defense type of knife to a kitchen knife such as this one. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hello, so I'm going to show you the rest of the materials that you're going to need aside from this stone right here. So you're going to need a cylindrical shaped sharpening stone, and you're going to need one to sharpen the serrations on your knife if you have a knife that has the serrations. Now I don't have a small enough cylindrical stone, so I'm going to improvise by using these triangular ones that I have. But if you have the proper stone, I suggest you use it. Now, this one is entirely optional, but I would get a strope. Just use the back of any leather belt. You could even use the back of a legal pad or newspaper, and they all work just as fine. So, basically, what you want to do to sharpen the blade is that you want to get the coarse side of your stone, and you want to follow the angle of the blade like that, as closely as possible. And you're going to stroke in that direction and on that side for as long as it takes to achieve a burr. The burr is a little inclined surface on the blade. It's basically the blade bending over because it gets too thin, and it's going to feel slightly abrasive. Once you achieve that abrasiveness on that side, let's say this is the side that has a burr, you're going to switch to that side, and with that same coarse side of your stone, you're going to go against it until you achieve the burr on the opposite side. So you're just going to keep on sharpening that until you get that burr. After you've achieved the burr on that side, you're going to get your fine stone, and you're just going to stroke one on one on each side, and you're going to keep on doing so for as long as you want. Now, this isn't necessarily timed because the hardness of blades and the quality of them will vary from knife to knife, even if they're the same model. Depending on what type of steel or metal that they use, it could take anywhere from a few strokes to a few hours, like you'd see on some of the tungsten carbide knives that a company sells, which is a very hard metal, one of the hardest ones known to man. But anyways, you're just going to keep on sharpening this, and you're going to keep on alternating for as long as you want. Like I said, the time it takes varies. So, for a knife that you'd use for any outdoor activities or for utility purposes, I wouldn't really strope it, because it's going to see heavy use, and you don't want to damage a blade like that, or too much at least. You don't want them to get too damaged easy. But for a kitchen knife, you should strope it, because since all it's going to be doing is slicing soft tissue from meats and whatnot, or vegetables, it's not really going to see anything too tough. So you want that blade as thin as possible to be able to slice through everything pretty easy. So it's going to be the same process. You're going to keep on stroking on the angle of the blade for the length of it, and it doesn't even have to be in any particular fashion too. You could even go on the blade like this if you'd like, as long as you keep the angle consistent. A lot of people will tell you not to do this because you change the angle. I haven't had a problem doing so, but others might, so go at your own risk, I would tell you. But you're going to keep on going on that angle as long as it takes to get that burr. And check your work periodically to see how early you achieve that burr, because you want to start working on the other side as soon as possible, just to save time. So after you achieve that burr, you're just going to keep on going on the opposite side like you did the other knife. really the process doesn't change. You're just going to add another step like you did on the other one. No big deal. You're just going to keep on going. You get the idea. So after you achieve that burr on both sides, you're going to, on the side that has the burr, you're going to stroke it first with the fine stone. And you're going to do so, but you're going to be alternating sides. So it's going to be 1 for 1, just like on that other blade. And you're going to keep on doing so for as long as you want, yada yada yada. Now, for the stroping, you're going to get the back of that leather strap or whatever you're using, and you're going to go backwards. Make sure to keep your fingers away because the knife is very sharp at this point, and you can get a pretty bad accident like I did over here. So you're going to go backwards, and you're going to alternate sides. The reason why you would go backwards while stroping is so that you don't cut into the material you are stroping on, like I have over here. So, what does stroping do? Well, stroping aligns the blade after it's been thinned out very much by sharpening, which is what we have done over here. And that's what helps keep the blade sharp. And that's what gives a blade its cutting edge, really. Improves it as well. Most people will do 10 to 15 strokes while stroping their knives, but there will not be any harm if you go over that amount. Now I will show you guys how to sharpen serrations on a knife. So, it's basically the same concept as sharpening a regular blade. You want to get the sharpening stone onto the angle of the blade, and you just want to grind along it. So I like to go kind of quick on these because they do take a while, and one will add up to more. So basically, you want to create a burr like you were doing on the regular blade. And you're just going to keep on doing that the second you do create a burr, and you're going to keep on doing that on each side and on each serration. After you finish creating the burr, you're going to go to the other side, and you're going to grab a flat stone. It could be the same one you sharpen the regular blade with, it doesn't really matter. And you are going to eliminate that burr, doing so like this. Doing this will keep your serrations in working order, just like it would keep a regular blade in working order. Keeping the blade oiled also prevents rust, so I suggest that. Now I will show you that they truly are razor sharp, by definition. So now I'm going to show you that these knives are indeed razor sharp by shaving my leg. This is the kitchen knife that I showed you I sharpened more earlier. And this is me shaving my leg with it. So the method that I just showed you will work with any type of knife, as I have just proved. Razor sharp. Here's that other knife. And as you can see, razor sharp as well, in a very literal sense. And the last knife, I'm going to use this part, the plain blade. So yes, these knives are all razor sharp. I hope this method works for you, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.